views on that performance from your team out there today?
I thought it was a fantastic performance. I really did. The second half, I thought it was absolutely outstanding. I think, in my opinion, I think if the jury scores, we would have had the greater ascendancy and gone on, but he didn't, and we didn't. But I can't ask for more than we gave today. We gave a first-class performance from. He was a bit patched up, to be fair, because of illness and sickness. Sickness and injury. But the side done fantastic, so I've got no complaints.
As you've just mentioned it there, illness and injuries, there were 5 changes to your starting 11, some 1 or 2 surprising ones. Just talk us through those players that were missing today and the reasons.
Go from the back.
Steve McNulty's
foot injury, toe injury. Griffiths flu. Doyle flu. Sean Wally flu.
Who's the 5th?
There is a 5th somewhere, isn't there? Rooney flu. Yeah. We put him on the bench if we had to, because he came in and trained on Friday. The others didn't, but he wasn't not right. But that was our bench. What we had today was actually our bench of people that was available. So put him on the bench, but with a gun to our head, we might have had to get him on. We didn't really want to do it. And it was, but listen, that's what we had. So, and what we had, put in a fantastic performance. Ascendancy in the second half was absolutely terrific. So I was really, really, disappointed to lose. FA Cup don't lose. If you're going to go out, go out. Don't go out with a whimper, and we didn't.
Let's just go
excuse me.
Through the game itself. I mean, Luton looked to be starting the match strongly before the penalty for Cambridge. Your views on that?
Well, it's so difficult. I mean, Toll said he touched the ball first. The referee says he didn't. So what can you do? You can't do anything about it. I think that from where I was, I couldn't really see, but we had a stonewall penalty on Luke Wilkinson. It's just dragged him down, and I know it happens. We see it on the TV all the time, but I think it's absolutely crazy. And he's standing there, the ref. He's got the perfect view, but listen. He didn't give it, we didn't get it, so I'm not going to harp on about it, because it happens all the time. It probably might even happen in our box to them, so I'm not going to harp on about it, but it was nailed on. But there you are. I mean, it's what's happened and it's gone. So.
I mean, the performance, though, a quality performance from the Hatters, changes that were made, but everybody played their part today. And, as fans watching on, as for us commentating in the game, we were so proud of the way the boys had been out on that.
No, I was. I said to the players, I was proud of their performance. It wasn't easy for some of the ones that came in. But everyone, Paul Connolly's not played for ages, I thought looked assured in an unfamiliar position. But he was running out of petrol a little bit, so we had to sort of adjust that. He hasn't played for ages. Jim Stevenson, I thought, was outstanding. I thought he put in a first-class performance. So, all over the pitch, defensively we were good. We didn't have Macca, who's a big leader for us. But, we didn't have Doyle. But as I said, everyone that has gone out there and, can look themselves in the mirror and say, I've done everything I can to try and get the victory. If I look at a disappointment, I think Duke's perhaps do a bit better for the opportunity he had, but he's had a terrific game, so I'm not going to moan.
I mean, that opportunity came at 1-0, didn't it? We mentioned Lady Luck in commentary that if she was here today, it was favouring the amber and black, and the second goal, the break from Charlie Walker's put a challenge in, and somehow it's ricocheted out to Donaldson.
That's what they were saying. Listen, we were really ascendancy, but listen, when you're behind, you want to get back in it. But we never let up. Even when that went in, we never let up. We got the goal. We had 1 or 2 half opportunities. They defended. Give them credit. They defended very, very deep. They just packed their box and made it difficult for us. But we just needed a little spark, a little bit of magic, a little spark. But as I said, I can't look at the game with any negative feelings. Every time I look at the game in my mind, I'm sure when I watch the DVD I might come up with some, but when I look at the game in my mind, everything I feel is positivity.
Just a couple of things that may be negative. Obviously, players picking up some knocks out there today. It looks as though Luke Wilkinson was struggling at the end of the game.
He was, yeah. He would have come off. He'd have come off. We had nothing to put on, and he said, "No, I'm okay." So we'll have to have, there are things we'll have to have a look at tomorrow. Get players in that need treatment tomorrow and see where they are. But we'll have a look at it this week.
Michael Harriman on loan at the moment, picked up a goal which he really did deserve today and for all his performances.
Absolutely.
January transfer window, so I can start talking about these things.
Yeah.
He's a player that you're looking at for a long future.
I mean, we'll be speaking to QPR next week, so see where we lie with it. But you know, worst ways, hopefully we'll keep him till the end of the season. But he obviously is a player that if he can find a way, then we'll try and find a way.
And you mentioned in your press conference in the week there were 2 other players you were looking to bring into the club. Any further news?
Yeah, I think we've made a little bit of progress, but we need to wait till Monday, really, before anything of that comes out. You know, I think the games this weekend have overtaken us. So, but you know, we're hopeful that we may well be able to do something.
And I know there's absolutely no point in me asking.
No, you're absolutely right. That's why you're very good at your job.
But they could be involved for Thursday's game?
Absolutely. If they come, then I'm sure they'll have some involvement.
And you'll certainly be hoping players out injured or ill at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, with the bug, it's crazy. I know it sounds silly. You know, I've had it for about seriously 6 weeks. You know, for 6 weeks, and I just can't seem to get over it. And you know, players are picking it up, and they've Scott come in and trained one day, but had to go home. Doyle come in, he just wasn't well enough. He had to go home. Rooney home. It's just going through, and you know, we don't know what's going to happen Monday. It could be someone else going down, but you know what? I'm finding it really difficult to say, well, he didn't play and he didn't play, because the people that did played like fantastic, and you know, it's disappointing when you lose, but you're going to lose. You know, I always say I never worry about losing, because everyone's going to lose. It's how you lose. It's important. And when you lose playing with big hearts, strong minds, every ounce of energy that you've got. That's football sometimes, you know. As I said, I'm not a believer in luck. I really don't. I think it's just how things happen is how they happen. So I'm not looking to say, oh, we was unlucky at that. I'm not saying. I'm just saying we went out and played fantastic today, and it didn't quite go for us.
And performances like that will surely continue in League 2 for the remainder of the season.
Well, this is the thing now. You know, last year we went out the FA Cup, and we just carried on and done what we always do, and we've seen today that we've got great competition for places, we've got good players, and we've now got to focus on doing the best we can in the league.
Thanks very much,
Simon. Thanks very much.